Will Rogers, first 5 games, just the 1 turnover, but the last 6, it's been a concern. And the one thing that Damon Williams, if you ask his teammates and his coaches, they say his confidence is not a concern. He comes in with a swagger. He's got great leadership skills in the huddle as well. Hands off to another true freshman, Adam Muhammad, and he's going to scamper forward for a first down carry. Gains 11.
See, the threat of the run. Now, they're going to run Muhammad this way, but watch these guys just get affected by the quarterback. You have to respect if the quarterback is going to hold the football, and that just slows guys down enough to allow Muhammad to get out on the perimeter and run for the first down.
Jedd Fisch called those 2 guys, amongst others, including the tight end Decker DeGraff, program builders and building blocks for the future of Husky football. They put Muhammad in motion on first down. Fake it to him. Now Williams is going to just run out of bounds and lose 4 yards.
Now, good discipline that time. Kobe Savage, number 5, was not fooled by any of the action. They tried to show a lot of stuff in the backfield. And Savage, number 5, is going to just stay at home and read it and then make the play. There he is. He comes into the picture. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and he forces Williams to go out of bounds.
An Oregon defense that has been stout all season. Top 10 in total defense, scoring defense, 8th in the country.
Really good at not allowing touchdowns in the red zone also. I mean, they've been outstanding all year.
Play action, Williams with time. Now it runs out. He's going to have to use his legs. Williams slipping every which direction, finally gets twisted down back at the line of scrimmage.
See, when you play a quarterback like this as a defensive line, you have to rush the passer a little different. You have to have a little bit more discipline in your rush lanes. You can't get right up the field. Watch these rushers for Oregon. Very disciplined, kind of keeping him hemmed in, not allowing him to bust out and use that speed.
And now 3rd down and 13. Now keep in mind, Grady Gross, who was an excellent kicker, especially coming into the season for Washington, has struggled mightily this year kicking the ball. Let's see how they handle the 3rd and long. Quick throw over the middle. Denzel Boston gets crunched in between a couple Oregon defenders. Brandon Johnson, the first one to make contact, sets up 4th and about 4.
Yeah, decision time right now for Jedd Fisch. I mean, he looks like he's... Here we go. Grady Gross coming in. Get points on the board. And, you know, I get it. You've had a nice drive. You responded to that opening touchdown drive. Your freshman quarterback made some plays. Let's get points at the end of this drive.
The guy that kicked 4 game-winning field goals last year, but it has been an up and down and really turbulent season. 16 of 24 on the year. This one, a chip shot from 26 yards out. And the kick from Gross is good. Washington goes right back down the field for Oregon. They've been directional. Jedd Fisch talked about a little bit different in how they were going to approach kicking off, kicking coverage, and they do a decent job there. After the tackle, Sadiq was the one to bring it back.
Time now for a look from above, brought to you by Walmart. It was that offensive line of Oregon in the first opening drive. Some power football, pulling backside guards. Tight end Ferguson leading the way through. Now coming the other way, backside guard and tackle, asserting themselves. This offensive line since week 2 has been strength of this football team, and they made it look easy in that opening drive, pushing around this Washington front 7.
Only 5 sacks allowed from weeks 3 to week 13, tied for the second fewest in FBS, trailing only Army. And you know that's not your traditional type of offense. Drive will start from the 38-yard line. Gabriel to the air. Pocket collapses, and that's going to be the first incompletion on either side. Isaiah Ward provided some pressure.
Well, this is not a team that gets a lot of sacks, but they play excellent coverage. And Gabriel, unable to find an open receiver, tries to step up in the pocket and throw late. It's a defense that, under Steve Belichick, their coordinator, shows you a lot of different packages. I mean, they like to disguise coverage. Their corners play man-to-man extremely well. Like even right now, they're showing pressure up here, but that doesn't mean they're going to play pressure.
It's a run. James to the outside, a stiff arm, and then ushered out of bounds across the 40-yard line. We'll mark him down at the 43.
There's Steve Belichick. Again, they've been outstanding in their pass defense, the run defense, particularly in some of the games they've lost. Against Iowa, over 200 yards. Against Penn State, the Nittany Lions ran it 40 times for 266 yards. And right now, Oregon trying to test this defense with their run game.
Washington has struggled to get off the field on third down. Jed Fish said that was going to be one of the biggest keys of the game. Huskies believe there was movement up front for Oregon and said Isaiah Ward got into the neutral zone but got back before they could snap it. Play clock down to 2. Here's Gabriel. Steps up, delivers. Oh, it's incomplete. Dropped by Evan Stewart. You just don't see that often.
Well, Stewart knew that he had green grass ahead of him. Watch him turn his eyes off the ball and start to look upfield just a hair too soon. He just didn't secure the catch. He knew he had some room to run after the catch, but he didn't secure the football.
Gabriel has loved the connection that he's built with Evan Stewart.
Yards are after contact. We'll wait for the call here.
Take a look. Does he get him? Is it just the jersey? Let's hear from Jerry McGinn.
There's no foul on the play for a horse collar. Second down.
Terry McCauley, I know you've been watching this replay. What'd you see?
Yeah, he grabs the nameplate area, which is part of it, just inside the collar, but he does pull down. Even though he falls forward, it's still a foul because there's that abrupt pull down immediately when he grabs the nameplate. They should have left the flag down.
So it just stays as a 5-yard gain for Coleman. His best run on just 2 attempts so far. And he'll stay in there. Williams will keep it himself, fake the pass, and show off the wheels again for the first down. We send it down to KT.
Well, one thing tight end Kaleki Latu told me is that Damon has been taking the pressure during games well. He's learning to communicate between the lines, use his voice, make his reads. And one thing that he's really amazing about Damon is that he can scramble and throw on the run so he can be a threat in the pocket and outside the pocket, as we just saw, guys.
Yeah, I think that last play was the perfect example.
Yep. One thing for Oregon now, Jordan Burch, who we have not seen. We've done 2 games, and he's been injured both games. He is a dynamic edge rusher. He's in the game now, but he got fooled on that play. He really came inside on the fake, and Damon Williams ran outside of him.
Here's a screen. They love this quick screen play, and Giles Jackson gets dragged down. Brandon Johnson came in and read it perfectly.
Yeah, they're well aware of how much Washington likes to run screens. Brandon Johnson read that quickly, and he's right there to make the play. They throw screens to the receivers, to the backs, and to the tight ends. And then they'll fake screens and throw the ball down the field as well.
Jed Fish mentioned not quite knowing what the offensive line was going to look like coming into the season, so they put a lot of stress into their screen game. It's paid off multiple this year. Play clock's under 5 here.
Jed Fish calling timeout. And again, this is a young quarterback. He's got a lot going through his head right now, and he kind of lost sight of the play clock there.
Washington, their first of the half.
First freshman mistake of the day. We check in our first game break with Jordan Cornette.
Snowy night in Bloomington, IU leading Purdue 7-0, and it's Curtis Rourke hooking up with Keyshawn Williams for the 14-yard touchdown. Hoosiers trying to strengthen their CFP berth. They lead 14-0 now.
And it feels like they're going to solidify themselves with a win here tonight.
The Big Ten has lots of trophy games. You know what the game is they play that one for?
Oh, what's the trophy? I got to hear it.
It's the Old Oaken Bucket.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I really would love to see what the number of trophy games per conference is. Big Ten's got to be number 1, and they're all awesome.
Yeah.
Second down and 12 coming up here. Damon Williams looking comfortable so far, 4 for 4 with 43 yards. He's carried it 4 times for 15 yards as well. They split Coleman out wide for this second and long. See number 1 on the bottom of the screen. They'll let him go out of empty. And Williams will take off up the middle. Williams slippery through the middle of that defense, and a first down. Picks up 14.
Well, this is only a 3-man rush. You're going to see Oregon drop 8 into coverage. It's a called quarterback draw, and they got a nice block on the middle linebacker. I think that was Landon Hatchett, the right guard, number 66, got the key block on Betcher, and Williams shows that speed to get the first.
5 carries, 27 yards. Now Williams looking to throw. This time he gets crunched, and who else? Bryce Betcher, the local Eugene kid, on senior night.
Well, there was a blitz.
Đập gậy chả. Cái cọ chị gậy trong cái giáo đường đó. Không hiểu tiếng Việt tặc. Đu bàn, đập nói bây giờ tới đó gì đu bàn. Cho anh vào tiếng